The airport was crowded that morning. Amidst the noise and announcements, Arohi stood at the boarding gate, holding her 6-month-old twins, Edve and Anaya, close to her chest. Her eyes were tired, her hair slightly messy, and yet, her face had that quiet strength only a mother could carry. It had been a long year. Her husband had left when she was pregnant. Since then, she had been raising her babies alone, juggling freelance work and sleepless nights. Today's flight to Mumbai was important. She had an interview at a corporate firm, a chance at a stable job, a better life. As the plane took off, both babies began to cry. Loudly. The older woman in the front turned back with a frown. "Can't you keep them quiet?" she muttered. Arohi's face turned red. She whispered softly to her children, trying to calm them down. But the pressure, the altitude, the noise, it was too much for the little ones. A flight attendant walked up, visibly irritated. "Ma'am, you're disturbing other passengers. Please control your babies." Arohi bit her lip. "I'm trying, I really am." The attendant sighed dramatically. "You should have booked a separate seat for them or taken a later flight." Her words stung. Arohi's eyes filled with tears, but she stayed silent. Beside her sat a man in his mid-30s, calm, composed, wearing a navy blue suit. He had barely spoken a word since boarding. Until now. "Excuse me," he said quietly, his tone firm. "That's not how you speak to a mother." The flight attendant froze. "Sir, I was just..." He looked up, meeting her eyes. "Do you know who I am?" Her face turned pale. "And no, sir." He handed her a card. It read, "Arjun Khanna, CEO, Skyways Airlines." Gasps spread around the cabin. Arjun continued calmly. "I was on this flight to evaluate our customer service. And I just saw how you handled a struggling mother." The attendant's hands trembled. "Sir, I didn't mean..." He cut her off gently. "I don't need excuses. What I need is compassion in my crew." Then he turned to Arohi, his voice softening. "I'm sorry you were treated this way. You're doing wonderfully. May I help you?" She blinked, stunned. No, it's okay, thank you." He smiled faintly, reached out to take one of the baby bottles from her trembling hand, and called another attendant. "Warm this milk, please, and be gentle." For the rest of the flight, he made sure Arohi was comfortable, even entertaining the twins with a soft smile and small talk. By the time they landed, both babies were peacefully asleep, and Arohi finally exhaled in relief. At the arrival gate, as passengers disembarked, Arjun handed her his business card again. "You said you're flying to Mumbai for a job interview, right?" She nodded hesitantly. "Come to my office instead," he said. "We'll find a place for you. Someone with your strength and patience is exactly the kind of person my company needs." Tears welled up in her eyes. "I don't know how to thank you." He smiled. "Just keep believing in yourself. You've already passed life's toughest interview." Cherry blossom months later. Arohi sat in a glass-walled cabin, her nameplate reading Arohi Mehta, Assistant HR Manager, Skyways Airlines. A gentle knock on the door. Arjun stood there, smiling, holding a coffee cup. "For my best employee and the bravest mother I've ever met." She smiled back, her heart full. That day, she had boarded the flight as a struggling single mother. But she stepped off it as a woman seen, respected, and perhaps destined for a love she never expected.